Duo Tell English.
where every story teaches you English.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Duo Tale English. I am Marcus, and today is the episode I have genuinely been looking forward to the most in this entire series, because today we are throwing out the textbook. We are going straight to the language that real English speakers actually use when they actually speak.
And I am Lena. Episode 32 is about real English speaking. Real phrases, real situations, real conversations. The English of coffee shops and offices and phone calls and arguments and laughter and apologies and excitement and confusion. Not the English of formal essays, the English of life.
And I want to ask you something right at the start. Have you ever learned a perfectly correct English sentence from a textbook and tried to use it in a real conversation and had the native speaker look at you slightly strangely?
Oh, yes. I remember asking someone, "Would you be so kind as to pass me the salt?" at a casual dinner at a friend's house, and everyone went quiet for a second, and then someone very slowly handed me the salt, and I felt like I had read from a Victorian novel by accident.
Would you be so kind as to pass the salt? Lena, that is brilliant. That is exactly the problem. The textbook teaches you correct English. It does not always teach you natural English. And today, we close that gap.
Situation 1. When you do not understand something. Most learners either pretend they understood when they did not, which leads to increasingly lost conversations, or they say something very formal like, "Could you please repeat that sentence for me one more time?" which is grammatically correct, but nobody says that.
Real phrases for when you don't understand. Very casual. Sorry, what? Come again? Say that again? Neutral and polite. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again, please? I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain a bit more? When a specific word confused you, can you break that down a bit? What do you mean by word? More formal. So if I understand correctly, you mean restating what you think they said.
And that last technique, restating what you think they said, is one of the most powerful conversation tools there is. Let me demonstrate. Marcus, say something slightly complex.
I think the productivity argument for remote work cuts both ways. Some people thrive at home, but for roles that need collaboration, the cost outweighs the benefit.
So if I understand you correctly, you were saying that working from home can work for some people, but that for jobs requiring teamwork, the loss of in-person collaboration makes it less efficient overall. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes.
Notice what happened. I did not just say, "Yes, I understand." I showed him I understood by reflecting it back. If I had misunderstood, he would have corrected me. The restatement technique. Learn it, use it everywhere.
Situation 2, expressing opinions. Real speakers have a huge range. Gentle opinions. I could be wrong, but I think, the way I see it, from what I understand, confident opinions. Personally, I think, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, strong opinions. I strongly believe that, I'm absolutely convinced that, agreeing, you make a good point. I couldn't agree more. Disagreeing politely, I see your point, but I take your point. I just think the situation is more nuanced.
I take your point. I just think the situation is more nuanced. That phrase is gold. It acknowledges the other person. It does not dismiss them, while clearly signaling a different perspective. Let me demonstrate. Marcus, make a claim.
I think working from home is overrated. Most people are more productive and fulfilled with a proper physical workspace.
I take your point, and I think there is something to that for certain personality types. But from my perspective, the commute time people save translates directly into better life quality, and I'm not sure that benefit gets factored in enough.
That's a really fair point, actually. I hadn't thought about the commute as part of the well-being equation.
Natural, respectful, using real opinion phrases, not "I think, I think, I think," a range of expressions that made the conversation feel alive.
Situation 3, professional English. Starting a meeting. Thanks for having me. Let me get straight to the point. I'll keep this brief, but I want to cover 3 main areas. Before we dive in, does everyone have what they need? Asking for clarification, just to make sure we're on the same page, could we circle back to that point? Contributing, building on what Name said, I think we could also consider, if I could add something to that, I'd like to flag something that I think is relevant here.
Building on what name said, use this in every meeting. It connects your contribution to the existing conversation, shows you were listening, makes your idea seem like a natural development. And I'd like to flag something. To flag means to draw attention to something as important. Very natural professional English. Use both of these. They will make you sound immediately comfortable in professional settings.
Situation 4, social English. Starting conversations. I love your bag, jacket, book. Where did you get it? Have you tried the coffee here? I wasn't sure what to order. Is this your first time here? Keeping it going. Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about that. That's funny you should say that because genuine warmth. Honestly, that sounds amazing. I had no idea. I've learned something today. How did you feel about that?
That's funny you should say that is one of the greatest conversational gifts in English. It creates a bridge. It says, what you said reminds me of something from my own life. Bridge building between two people's experiences, that is what conversation actually is.
Situation 5, empathy and feelings. When someone shares something difficult, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds really tough. I can only imagine how that must feel. How are you holding up? I'm here if you need to talk. When someone shares good news, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. You must be over the moon. You deserve it. I knew you had it in you. Expressing surprise? No way. Seriously? You're kidding. That came out of nowhere. Relating? I know exactly what you mean. I've been there. Tell me about it. When something goes wrong, that's gutting. Don't beat yourself up about it. These things happen. What matters is what comes next.
Tell me about it, as an expression of sympathy, confuses learners because the literal meaning sounds like you want information. But in natural English, tell me about it means I know exactly what you mean, and I have felt the same frustration. Oh, you had a terrible commute? Tell me about it. Empathy in 3 words.
Situation 6, talking about the future and making plans. Definite plans. I'm meeting Sarah on Thursday. Present continuous for definite plans. Intentions. I'm going to ask for a raise. I've decided to apply. Predictions. I reckon it'll be fine. Reckon means think in informal British English. Hopes. Fingers crossed it all goes well. With any luck, we should be done by Friday. Making tentative plans. Would you be up for... What do you reckon about...
Would you be up for one of those phrases that sounds completely natural to native speakers and is rarely taught? Up for means willing to do, enthusiastic about. Are you up for a film tonight? Would you be up for trying that new restaurant? And fingers crossed, I hope for the best. I acknowledge I cannot control everything. I am emotionally invested. All of that in 2 words.
Situation 7, apologizing. Very casual. Oops, sorry about that. My bad. Sorry, that came out wrong. Genuine apologies. I'm really sorry. That wasn't okay. I owe you an apology for... I realize I upset you, and I'm sorry for that. Acknowledging impact. I understand why you're upset. You have every right to be. That wasn't fair to you. Moving forward, I'll do better. What can I do to make it right? I really value our relationship, and I want to fix this.
Word expert. 12 real English expressions. Phrase 1. Take something on board. Accept and genuinely incorporate feedback. I'll definitely take that on board. Say it. Thanks for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
Phrase 2. Cut to the chase. Get to the most important part without delay. Let me cut to the chase. We need a decision today. Say it. Let me cut to the chase.
Phrase 3. On the same page. Having the same understanding and alignment. Let me just check we're all on the same page about this. Say it. Are we on the same page about this?
Phrase 4. Touch base. Briefly make contact to check in. Let us touch base next week. Say it. I just wanted to touch base.
Phrase 5. Bite the bullet. Endure something difficult with courage. I finally bit the bullet and had the difficult conversation. Say it. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet.
Phrase 6. Get the ball rolling. Start something and create initial momentum. Let me just start talking and get the ball rolling. Say it. Let us get the ball rolling.
Phrase 7. Wrap something up. Finish or complete something. Let's wrap this up by 3 o'clock. Say it. Shall we wrap this up?
Phrase 8. Over the moon. Extremely happy. She got the promotion and she is absolutely over the moon. Say it. I am over the moon about this.
Phrase 9. Give it a shot. Try something you are uncertain about. I've never played tennis, but I'd love to give it a shot. Say it. Why not give it a shot?
Phrase 10. In the loop.
informed and aware of what is happening. Keep me in the loop on how this develops. Say it, I want to keep everyone in the loop.
Phrase 11. Go the extra mile. Make more effort than required. She always goes the extra mile for her clients. Say it. I always try to go the extra mile.
Phrase 12. At the end of the day, ultimately, when everything has been considered. At the end of the day, what matters is the outcome. Say it. At the end of the day, what matters is communication.
Shadowing practice. Repeat after me 3 times each. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again, please? Say it. So if I understand you correctly, you're saying that. Say it. I take your point. I just think the situation is more nuanced. Say it. Building on what you said, I think we could also consider. Say it. I'd like to flag something that I think is relevant here. Say it. That must be really tough. How are you holding up? Say it. You must be absolutely over the moon. Congratulations. Say it. Would you be up for getting together at the weekend? Say it.
Let me just check we're all on the same page before we start. Say it.
I'll take that on board. Thanks for the honest feedback. Say it.
At the end of the day, what really matters is that we communicate clearly. Say it.
Fingers crossed it all goes well. I'm rooting for you. Say it.
That is episode 32. Our question: which phrase from today is the one you most want to use? Write a sentence with it in the comments right now about your real life. We read and reply every day.
We upload every day. Episode 33 tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Lena. And remember, would you be so kind as to pass the salt is never the right phrase at a casual dinner party.
Never again. Bye, Marcus. Bye, everyone.